Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to teach you guys my very simple yet very effective scalping strategy for the NASDAQ 100. Okay, so this strategy, again, full disclaimer, it's not going to make you $10, $15, $20,000 a day. It might not even make you $5,000 a day. But if you're a little bit more realistic and you're looking for $200, $300, $400 a day, maybe you're looking to scale across multiple funded accounts, especially with these prop firms. Some of the prop firms like Apex, which I'm an affiliate for, link down in the description box below, allows you to have up to 20 funded accounts. Okay. So again, when you're making $100-$200 a day scaled at 5 or maybe 10 or 20 accounts can be very, very good money. Now, this strategy is going to entail just one indicator. That's going to be the 20 simple moving average. We are going to use the 5-minute time frame. So all you guys see on my screen is today's price action. Today is October 15th, 2024. We're going to be back testing. I'm going to show you guys essentially where and what I would do and where and what I do during the market hours. Now, again, I'm not a big, pre-market or London session, Asian session trader. I typically trade the New York Open. My trade window is going to last between market open and just a little after lunchtime. And that's all going to depend on what did I do P&L wise leading into that lunch hour. Sometimes I take 1-2 trades and just call it a day. Again, with this simple strategy, it's not meant for you to sit there and take 50 million trades a day. Essentially, what you're trying to do is manage risk and create a very mechanical strategy where you operate on a 2 to 3 trade per day basis. Now, depending on if you trade more than 3 trades or more than 2 trades is all going to be dependent on how the first couple of trades played out. Now, there's instances where I take 2 losers back to back and that account is immediately locked up. I might look to trade another account. If I take 2 winners back to back, typically I'm going to stop trading on the day, or on that third trade, I'm going to cut my position size in half at least. So what I'm looking for here on this particular strategy is I'm looking for price to be trading over or under the 20 SMA. And then I am looking for that kind of change in trend. And what the change in trend that I'm talking about is going to be is if you notice here at 9:35 in the morning, we close below the 20 period moving average. So what would I be looking for? I'm looking for a following candle. And typically, guys, 9 times out of 10, I need the next candle to confirm the low wick if I'm going short or the high wick if I'm going long. And if it does, I'm going to enter myself into the trade. Now, if you notice here, this candle at 9:35 in the morning was 20,615.75. The next candle was 20,618.5. So we never confirmed on that next candle. Now, the way that the New York session has been trading, it's been extremely choppy the first 30 minutes of the day. And I typically am not finding the best trades right now currently. Now that's subject to change, but right now currently I'm not really finding the best setups the first 5-10 minutes of the day. Okay, it's normally coming after 15 minutes, normally coming after 30 minutes. So just kind of keep that in mind, and you can kind of tailor your strategy to what's working for you and how the price action is working in the current time where you're looking to implement this. The next setup is at 9:40 Eastern Standard Time. However, no confirmation at 9:45. So there's no trade there. Okay. Now, if we notice, we are going to get a setup that does confirm at 9:45. At 9:45, we close back below. Again, remember, extremely choppy the first 5, 10, 15 minutes as of late in the New York session. We do get that close below. That price is 20,616. And the next candle does confirm and it goes to 20,607. Okay. So we're looking at around 9 points from entry to where we kind of bottom ticked. Now, here's what I've been doing. Okay. I've been running a 5-point take profit. My stop loss is set anywhere between 15 and 20 points. You figure out what you would like your stop loss to be based on how much you want to risk. My take profit is 5 points on these particular setups. In this particular scenario, when this candle closes at 9:45 EST, I'm going to automatically get my order. And if I have enough time to get my order sitting there, I like to get it sitting there. If not, I will mark it in. And I'm looking for a bracket order of 15 or 20 points on the stop. And I'm looking for a take profit of 5 points. It's a very quick scalp. A lot of times we're being filled for take profit in under a minute and or filled for a stop loss in 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. In this particular scenario, if we were trading one mini contract, it would be about $100 trade in the P&L to the green side, minus commissions and slippage and all that other stuff. With that being said, we get our next setup on the following candle at 9:50. So again, using the same example where we're going to be trading one mini contract and looking for 5 points take profit, you can see that this next trade at 9:50 closes back over the 20 SMA. And the 9:55 candle shoots up to a price of 20,657 from an entry point, which would have been 20,639. Now, I recommend you guys to go and do your own back testing. Again, this strategy normally in my series of tests, series of forward tests where I've taken 50 trades, 75 trades, 100 setups, is hitting a little over 70%. Okay. So yes, when you do take one loss, it's going to take about 2 or 3 trades to get back to positive. Okay. However, with this strategy, you can go on a 3, 4, 5, 6 trade win streak. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me personally. It's happened to a lot of members in Evolution Traders. If you guys want to try it out, I definitely recommend trying it out on a fresh evaluation where you guys can monitor that data. If you guys need evaluation accounts, Apex, they're very, very cheap. You can get up to 20 of these things if they do get funded, and you can really start to scale. That link is down in the description box below. Now, what I would particularly be looking at here is if I took the first initial trade, okay, the first initial trade that confirms, where you're grabbing that $100 winner, and then you're coming back and you're taking the second trade, okay, where you're taking that second $100 winner, then at this point in time, you should be up around $200, okay? And depending on the prop firm, might be a good area of opportunity for you to maybe think about getting out of the markets or flipping accounts. Now, for me, this entire strategy is built off a 2 or 3 trade system. So what that means is if I take 2 trades, normally I'm going to start locking out that account and moving into another account, or it's going to allow me to take that third trade of the day, but I might want to size down. So maybe somewhere between 5, 6 micros, we're going to do the same thing. So instead of looking for around $100 profit, we're looking for anywhere between $50 and $60 just to kind of tack it on. And you can see that the next setup at 10:05 Eastern time sets up to the short side and then confirms at 10:10. Now, we did have a very drastic flush here, which is about 200 points. But I want you guys to keep in mind with this particular strategy, we're never looking to catch the whole move. We're never looking to catch the whole trend, because for every day you get a drop of 100+ points off of a potential setup, there's a lot of days where it'll go down 2 or 3 points and then rally the other way, and it's just nothing more than a head fake. So what I believe is that if we stay realistic and we stay consistent with our 5-point take profits and we look to take 2, 3 trades a day, we can definitely start to grow and see that equity curve go to the long side and go to the side that you want to see it, where you're building those slow and consistent gains. It's very easy to get caught up in social media. It's very easy to get caught up in what everyone else is doing, posting these big, flashy, extravagant gains. Guys, that's extremely hard to do. It requires a very, very large bankroll. It requires dozens and dozens of accounts to do that, okay? And just an FYI, there's a lot of people who post gains on one particular prop firm, but are going the counter trade on another particular prop firm. So they're going to plan on losing some for the sake of making some on another prop firm. Again, it's a strategy in itself. Do I agree with the strategy? Probably no, not so much, especially if our whole goal here is to eventually pull money out of these prop firms, put into a personal account and trade own personal cash, as well as getting into some of these live funded accounts where the actual prop firm is taking you off of demo and putting you into the live markets. Again, you're not going to be able to do that kind of going cross trend. So again, that's getting a little off topic, but it was just something that kind of came to my head. So what I want you guys to focus on is for the next 25 trades, go out and grab a fresh account or start a fresh, paper account, or do whatever you guys got to do. Okay. And I want you guys to take no more than 3 trades a day and look to kind of stay away from the first 5 minutes of the market. Okay. Again, if you really want to get in there, just at least wait for 5 minutes to kind of digest. Okay. For me personally, my sweet spot is around that 30-minute mark, which would be this trade here, getting into the short, because I'm going to sit out 15, 20, 25 minutes. I'm going to kind of avoid the chop. But again, you could have days. There was a day like yesterday where the market essentially shot up out the open. And if you didn't participate in it, you kind of lost money. So again, no day is ever going to be the same. But what this is going to do is going to give you a mechanical edge, which means it's going to give you an area to enter trades. It's going to give you a solid risk foundation where you have a designated stop loss. You know how much you're going to lose per trade before you even take the trade. And it's going to give you a very clear price target of 5 points, which is going to hit at a little bit of a higher win rate percentage. And it's going to also help you build that confidence, because again, traders who are, struggling to take profits out of the market, I believe, and this is just my opinion, I believe that you need to hit at a little bit of a higher win rate to build that confidence and kind of see progress, than to realistically look for those 3, 4, 5, return trades that are going to pay you a lot. But the thing with those type of strategies, and the problem that I have with those type of strategies for a newer trader, is that it's going to require you to have a much lower win rate percentage, maybe 30, 35, 40%, where you're going to be stopped out of 4 trades in a row, 5 trades in a row, 2 trades, 3 trades in a row before you finally hit that one big winner. Again, there's nothing wrong with that way of trading. It's just for the mindset wise, I believe that having a higher win rate percentage helps the trader initially. Again, you can always branch out, always add new strategies. This is just one strategy that you guys can kind of add to your tool belt. It's basically taking the 20 period moving average, which is in my clarification, the 20 SMA, simple moving average, and it's trying to identify and scalp the start of a potential trend. Okay, I'm not looking to catch the entire trend. Now, there is building blocks where we can take multiple contracts, we can use runners, we can hold multiple contracts for maybe 1 ATR, 2 ATRs, 3 ATRs. It gets a little bit more complex. It's definitely something that I talk about inside of Evolution Traders with my private community. But again, for the sole purpose of this video and teaching a strategy that anyone can pick up tomorrow and start to implement into their trading, again, let's use it as a scalping strategy. 5 point take profits, something between 15 and 20 points max on the NASDAQ. If we're trading the ES, it's going to be a little bit different, where maybe we're looking to risk 6 points, but looking for 3 points take profit. Okay. So again, those points per take profit and points per stop loss will be a little bit different on the ES because the volatility and the range is not necessarily there. On the NASDAQ, we're going to need a little bit of a wider stop so we don't get tagged. There's been some people that have used this strategy personally, and they've told me, I'm kind of only hitting at a, 50% win rate. And the first question I ask is, what's the stop loss? And they say, well, it's a 5 point 5 point stop loss with a 5 point take profit. It's just not enough. It's just not enough, in my opinion, for the NASDAQ. Now, again, your win rate percentage is going to be a lot lower. Your risk to reward is going to be a 1-to-1. But again, you're going to lose a lot more trades that way. Just open up the stop loss just a little bit. And again, if you lose 2 trades, you're done trading for the day. Now, if you can follow those rules, you're going to start to see progress in 2 weeks. You're going to start to see progress in 30 days, in 60 days, in 90 days, and you're going to get to payout. You're going to get to funding accounts. You're going to get to where you start to see the market and start to be a lot more comfortable with the market. I hope this video helps you guys. Again, I'll see all of you guys on the inside if you do decide to join Evolution Traders. Again, evolutiontraders.com. If you guys need Apex accounts, that link is down in the description box below. You can use whatever generic code is going around, save 80 or whatever at the time of this video. Again, just make sure and appreciate if you guys do hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notifications. I'll see all of you guys on the next one.